Hi, Jay Diamond.
Hello, Shakti. Hey, girl. How are you?
Hey. So lovely to see you. And we haven't actually met in real life, but I found you on Facebook, and I just thought, oh, I love this girl's energy so much. Got to speak to you. And I've been following you.
Admiring each other since.
Say that again.
I think we've been admiring from each other from a distance and cheering each other on.
Absolutely. And I think one of the first things I said to you was that you just reminded me energetically of my dear, dear soul sister, Rachel, who sadly passed 3 years ago, and who my book is dedicated to, actually.
Wow.
So, yeah. And this series of interviews I'm doing this week is all in the run-up to the launch of my book, The Middle-Aged Goddess Playbook. And I've dedicated the book to Rachel.
So exciting.
Yeah. Now, Jay, you are a pleasure and intimacy coach.
Yeah.
That's just so exciting. Whatever that means, tell me exactly what that means. Tell us what it means.
What does that mean? Well, I guess I could call myself a sex and relationship coach. It's kind of more than that. There's all different ways that we can experience sex, and there's all different ways that we can experience relationships. And sometimes when we talk about sex, we miss the intimacy, and there's nothing wrong with that, but to have it completely without the intimacy just kind of gets a bit boring sometimes. So like, as a pleasure and intimacy coach, I'm really interested in what it means to live an orgasmic life. Like, what is it to feel pleasure in my body, and how does it feel to feel connected and feel pleasure in my physical body, and what does it mean to love my physical body? And what does it mean to have intimacy, not just with other people, but with myself? That means, where am I telling myself the truth? Where am I not? Like, am I connected to my desires? Do I know how to express what my desire is? And can I be so intimate with myself that I can tell the truth? Because when I can tell the truth, then I can show up and create that in my life. So if I feel a bit like a pleasure and intimacy coach, kind of helps me kind of dig a little bit deeper into that conversation.
Yeah. And I feel so at home hearing you speaking, because, you know, the book I've written is all about this. And I just thought, I'm just going to choose 7 or 8 women that I'm in awe of, that are doing the work that I feel so connected to. And so that we're all spreading this message, we're all spreading this word and doing our own little piece to share what is divinely ours, and that so many women, I think, have just not quite had the opportunity yet to experience so much of what is possible. So I love what you're doing. I noticed you've got something. Oh, well, let's share this first of all, because you have just had an Amazon #1 bestseller.
Yes. So, oh my God, I'm so excited. #1 in 2 countries. I was so happy.
I was following you that day. I was so excited for you.
It was amazing. The book's called Abuse to Abundance. So a special interest of mine is working with abuse survivors, sexual abuse, physical or emotional abuse. That's been my journey. That's what's brought me on this very kind of deep awakening of like this path of the heart, really. This path of the heart that incorporates sex, that incorporates what's functional, that incorporates how I feel about my body. And the book, it's like I couldn't find all the different things that had affected me from this sexual abuse in one place, because I found it affected my money. You know, it affected what I thought I was worth, my self-value, and the money I was letting in. It affected my body image. It affected my intimacy, the way I had sex, the way I felt I needed to be sexual or not sexual, the way I was overly sexually or shut down sexually, and how to rectify that. Like, it affected my intimacy, my ability to trust the masculine, and my ability to really kind of balance the masculine and feminine within myself and my family, and of course the F word, forgiveness. You know, and the book looks at all of these things and takes the reader through a journey of it's kind of like a mini workshop, I guess, in a book.
Yeah, it sounds amazing, and I haven't read it yet. And I noticed that you were offering, for people that had bought the book, you're also offering like a whole series of like a sort of workshop courses, healings. You said something about.
Yeah, so it is available to people who are interested in that work. So I've been a healer for 20 years, of different varieties of different work, shamanic, tantric, energy work. And so if you go to my page, which is jaydiamond.net, jaydiamond.net /abuse to abundance healing, there's 9 healing downloads that are available if you want them. You can get them as a bundle or you can get them separately, and they literally correspond to each chapter of the book. They correspond to healing our relationship with men, healing our relationship with women, because there's also, I think, between women where we felt
Oh, you got a bit stuck there. A little bit
where
stuck
we felt sabotage, where we felt competition, and that, you know. Oh, I think I've lost you. Are you back?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm still connected. It says
Good.
connection's a bit unstable.
Okay. I was just talking about the healing downloads because they connect to our healing with men and with life, with God, about forgiveness, with family, but also with other women. I think it's really important that we look at as women our sisterhood and like where we felt wounds of betrayal, where we felt abandoned, where we don't trust other women is really important in order for us to be fully in our feminine and also to fully show up in our purpose and be in a spirit of cooperation and not competition.
Yeah. Look, this is only a really short snippet. I'd like to interview you again properly on a few subjects and go a bit more in depth. But, you know, this coming Saturday, the 28th, I'm doing a workshop at the Awaken the Goddess Festival in London. You should be there. Next year, I hope you get to do something there. Because you would be amazing. Yeah, and it's just all about this, what you're talking about. There's going to be a load of amazing women just sharing, talking, speaking workshops. It'd be great if you could be on board there next year because you've got so much to share, you know, so much wisdom, and because you've been through it yourself and you've got this amazing energy that you share, you know, you just sort of it's catching, isn't it? Inspiration is catching.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. So thank you so much for just giving us a little snippet of what you do. I'll put all the details about your website down below. And I just wanted to mention one little thing that you've got coming up called Sexually Empowered, Financially Free, which is kind of what you've just been saying earlier on.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this.
Before we go about that.
Oh my God, I'll try and be quick. Basically, this is an 8-week transformational course for women to help them get financially free and like sexually free. And because sex and pleasure are linked, abundance and pleasure are linked. This energetically, the more pleasure we can allow, the more abundance we can let in. And so many of us are holding these hidden pockets of shame. We've had so much conditioning around our sexuality and around what we think we're allowed to have. And it's this 8-week full-on deep dive into the subconscious, and it is literally taking out all these old beliefs and putting in new ones and looking at how we manifest our desires.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Jay. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be starting a closed Facebook group for anyone who buys my book. And I'd like to invite you back to share something within the group as a little interview, little gift you could give to my followers, and hopefully some of those will come on and do your courses as well, because I'm all into this sharing and share alike, because we've all got so much to share, and so many women are craving this connection, this sisterhood, and what you're sharing is so in line with what I'm doing as well, which is why I thought I've got to speak to Jay and get her in here. Have a chat.
Absolutely. I've got a free download, which is jaydiamond.net.
Okay.
/SEFF, Sexually Empowered Financial.
What I'll do, just send me your links and I'll put them down below, because this is going to go onto YouTube, so I can put it all there. And whereabouts are you based? You're in London, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in central London.
Where are you from?
Manchester.
Manchester. Yeah. Manchester girl. Cool. All right, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good week. stop. Oh, leave. There it is.
How do we turn it off? Beep.